On August 2nd, 95 athletes from across our great nation will embark upon the city of Winnipeg with the goal of winning the Jenny Kyle Cup National Lacrosse Championship. Watch all of the action live on Red River Streams, bringing the game to you. The action starts now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first semifinal of the Jenny Kyle Cup Lacrosse Nationals, hosted here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. If you were with us for the first game of the morning here, Saskatchewan faced Ontario. Ontario coming up victorious with a 17-1 victory. And as you may notice now, the weather has cleared up. We are going to get a nice day, nice weather for this semifinal between Team Manitoba, the host province of this year's Jenny Kyle Cup, playing against the very strong Team Alberta. We are looking to have an exciting matchup. They faced one time in the round robin earlier this weekend with Team Alberta coming out victorious. I guess that gives them home court advantage, but not really, because Team Manitoba is the host province for this tournament. We want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Baltic Athletics, Gilles Lambert Pest Control, Book Peasy, and OxyFresh. Be sure to check out the services that they provide. And as we go here, we zoom in on the draw. And the first semifinal starts now. Possession is gained here by Alberta. Blown dead immediately by the official. An illegal entry was called. We are lucky to have in the booth with us today Hannah, who is the head official here. She's going to help us out on some calls that we can't get. We don't know the correct answer. She's been very informative. We're very thankful for Hannah, and we're sure you are going to hear her voice throughout this match. And as Team Alberta here has it in the offensive zone. Team Manitoba. Team Manitoba is approaching here, looking for some cutters, looking for some openings. Spinning. Looking. Good pressure there from Team Alberta. You can hear, I don't know which team that is, but the bench is very animated. And there is the Team Alberta faithful crowd cheering on their players. As we have Ella approaching coast to coast, looking for options, surveyed by the Team Manitoba defense. Number 3, Miley Sigurder.
Great
into
pass.
the net, and that's a goal. That's a quick one for Team Alberta. 13:30 left in the first. They score the first goal a minute and a half into the game. Number 16, number 26, Brooklyn Carson. Brooklyn has been a key piece in the Alberta offense, and I'll take this moment to introduce James. James will be with me on the broadcast today. What do you think of that first goal from Team Alberta?
You know what? I think this is exactly what Alberta was hoping to get when they started this match. They wanted to get out to that fast start. And as it stands right now, Manitoba was able to win that first draw, but we're not able to really get any momentum built out of it. Alberta got the ball, drove down the field, found a really nice pass, and did not make any mistake on the shot.
For sure there, James.
Goal scored by number 26, Brooklyn Carson.
Good steal there from number 23, Ella Shore. the defender from Manitoba, as they enter into the zone. There's Hillary Grian.
Team Manitoba trying to work it around the outside of the arc there. Team Alberta with the steal.
And that is stolen. As you can see, the sun is starting to shine here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hopefully, it is going to shine for Team Manitoba in their host provincial tournament here, the Jenny Kyle Cup. Or hopefully it will shine. Nice move, loses her footing. No infraction committed by the Team Manitoba defender. Just lost footing there from Alberta. Coming up the sideline again is Ella Shore. And the ball is lost. Possession is granted to Brooklyn Carson, number 26. Want to give a shout out to the officials here, doing a fantastic job this weekend here at the Jenny Kyle Cup. A lot of them, I believe, are from Manitoba. Not too sure, but not at all. I'm being told by Hannah. So that's even more impressive. They're coming from across Canada to officiate these games. Really shows their commitment and their dedication to field lacrosse here in Canada. Cutting across, nice little pick there. It gets around the corner. The opportunity is taken away, and a tough tumble there. It appears the official is reaching. No, she's not. It is deemed a rough check. Team Alberta will have possession outside of the fan with a beautiful opportunity here. As she comes inside, 16, shoots. A great save there by the goaltender, Shaylin Bremner. Really good save there, James. We're going to need to see a lot of that for Team Manitoba to have a chance today.
Team Manitoba is in very tough in this match. Team Alberta is a very strong team. They will be one of the favorites in this tournament. Between them and Team BC would be the two likely favorites. So in this matchup, Team Manitoba really needs to hope to play their best game in order to be able to compete. That shot goes just high of the net. Looks as though it's going to be Team Manitoba ball.
Yeah, and you know, James, this matchup, the Team Alberta versus Team Manitoba, this matchup in the first few days of this tournament in the round robin, it was one of our closer matchup. It was a 14-22 win for Team Alberta. So we're definitely looking for more of the same here. We're going to see some tight play. We're going to see some competitive play, back and forth action. And as I'm saying that, we see Team Manitoba bringing it across into the advantage area. The ball is being fumbled around. Scooped up there by number 16. Here comes Ella up the sideline with great speed there.
Good job, Ella.
Nice cut inside. Looks like she got an open lane to the basket. Returns around. My apologies, not basket. Net. It appears that was a tripping call. Good call it by the official there. In the right position. I will tell you one thing, guys. I was expecting colder temperatures. It's nice for the players as it started to heat up. No longer 17, but myself, I'm cooking. And as I speak of cooking in this booth, Team Alberta is off to a hot start. 2-0 here in this first semifinal game. Goal is scored by number 17. The midfielder, Kayla Hobday. And you know, James, Kayla has been stuffing the stat sheet this weekend here at the Jenny Kyle Cup. What do you attest to her?
Scored by number 17, Kayla Hobday.
What do you attest to her innate ability to find the back of the net?
You know, I think it's really just the focus on using the talents that she does have and really driving to the net, putting the ball on net. And when you're doing that, they have a real strong chance at scoring. And she is one of the best in this tournament at putting that ball in the net.
Certainly, James. And as James mentioned in our previous game, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you don't take the shots, they can't go in. So the name of the game here is shots on net. goals on the scoreboard. And here we go on the Women's Field Lacrosse Jenny Kyle Cup. And as Team Alberta crosses across midfield, good momentum here, feeds it inside, a little too much, too hot to handle there on the pass. She couldn't quite secure it in her head there. Still, possession remains, good chance up front. Oh, and a great save once again by Shaylin Bremer. Picked up here again by Alberta. Team Alberta surveying their options. Defense is playing hard and tough on them on the outside of the fan there. Good feed inside in the middle. Just a little too much behind there. You know, James, right now this seems like it's Team Alberta's game. Team Alberta is dictating pace. What is Team Manitoba as we see across? And another good quality chance there for Team Alberta. James, what do you think Manitoba's got to do to switch the momentum, switch the pace of this game here?
Team Manitoba really has to stand up tall at the wall there. They have to build that wall and not let Team Alberta get free runs in at their goalie. See, they're just getting beat too cleanly, which just makes it too hard. And there's another example, and she puts that one in the back of the net as I'm saying it. She drove right past the defender from Manitoba and had a free look at the net, and that's just too hard for the goaltenders to keep up with.
And that's none other than Kayla Hobday scoring the second goal of the game for herself, bringing Alberta's total up to 3. And we want to take a quick second to say hello to some of our viewers at home, the ones cheering for Team Alberta. We got Royal Forest and Colin Bentley cheering for Team Alberta.
And,
alrighty.
You know, if Team Bentley can actually just let us know, confirm that you were able to access the stream, hopefully you were able to get it. We know that you were asking the question in the chat.
And Team Manitoba across, and a quick answer, and a goal there from number 5, Team Manitoba. Peyton, the midfielder, brings that coast to coast right off the draw. Now that is exactly what Team Manitoba kind of needs on this offensive end. Is it going to be a case that Team Manitoba is going to need to score their goals in transition to stay in this game with Team Alberta?
I mean, anytime you can get that ball and run it directly into the zone and straight at the goal without having any interference from the defense, it sets you up for success.
You know, it was a great run there by Peyton. It certainly is going to lift the spirits of Team Manitoba as we 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Let's see if we can change up the momentum of this open here. And once again, there's Peyton. Maybe running the same play, run it right back. But no, Team Alberta will present more of a challenge for her. Triple team down there. Picked up. Looking across here. Yep, no, that's good. Good feed inside. No, too much.
You know, I've come to learn that Peyton is not just a single sport athlete. Actually, she runs track at a very competitive level.
Well, that showcase there on that last run, she took that ball from midfield and she showed off the speed and the lightning quick release in her hands there. I will say, James, we're very fortunate to have Hannah in the booth with us today. On that last play, we saw a ball go out of bounds, and I used to think anytime a ball goes out of bounds, that whoever stuck their stick out was going to get it. But in fact, Hannah told us that any ball that is not a shot, it goes to the other team. If it's an errant pass, if it's a miscommunication, the ball goes out of bounds, it goes to the other team. When it is a shot, it is able to be deemed to the player that reaches out the furthest.
Great point to bring out, because even when Hannah was explaining that to us, I didn't fully catch that. So that's a great job. I heard the shot part and I didn't quite understand what she was saying, but I love that explanation, Noah. Thank you.
It's been a tale of two quarters here in the first quarter. Team Alberta dominating the first few minutes. Team Manitoba has pushed back here, shown some fight, started to dominate the possession. With about 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in this first quarter, let's see if Team Manitoba can sneak another goal in here, cut the deficit to 1. There's number 4 trying to split the gap there. Defended well by Team Alberta. Good stick work.
Noah, that's what I was talking about with Team Manitoba. Did you see the way when number 4 was trying to drive through that circle? She was met by 2 people just closing the door. Manitoba needs to do more of that on the Team Alberta attackers.
Yes. Here comes Team Alberta in the fire, and a nice goal. Oh, wow, what a lightning quick release there from Team Alberta, number 11, Peyton Riz, the attacker. Wow, she got that off in a moment's notice. It almost looked like Shailene did not see that ball because of that release. That release was fast. Wow. We also want to take a moment here to acknowledge Lee Green, who's cheering for Team Alberta. I'm sure she's looking for Ava Green to keep playing at the level she's been playing all weekend long. Ava has been a name we've said quite often this weekend. Very, very talented attacker for Team Alberta. And so we will see what Ava and Team Alberta can do for the viewers at home. Into the offensive zone is Alberta. Quickly around, nice step around, and another shot. Oh, actually tumbles. The goal is awarded. Nice goal there. Contact coming after the shot. Oh, Hannah is informing us here. So we're going to go to Hannah here to kind of explain that play, what happened right there.
Hey guys, thanks for having me again. So in that situation, there was a shot taken, and the lead official identified that there was a shooting space violation. So somebody from the defensive team from Manitoba was blocking the space between the shooter and the goal. But because that has to be an immediate whistle in our game for safety reasons, if the ball actually goes in the net, simultaneous to the whistle being blown, it's going to count as a good goal. So that's why it took the officials a second there, just to make sure that the foul had occurred before the whistle, and then it was a good goal.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Hannah, for that explanation. And I did not understand the rule at first, the safe shot, safe space between the goal, until I actually went and grabbed one of those lacrosse balls earlier this morning, and I now understand why. If you get hit with one of those balls, that is surely going to leave a mark. And these girls, they're not wearing any equipment besides a face mask, and a nice approach there. Picked up, scooped up by number 5. From Team Alberta.
Team Alberta is trying to get back into the center to get a shot away, and there it is, and right into the back of the net. Number 26.
That is Brooklyn Carson scoring another goal here today. This is quite the start for Team Alberta. What is Team Manitoba got to do to switch up the tempo and the pace of play here?
Well, one thing is they need to stop giving up open shots like that. That's the big deal. I mean, you can't win if you're giving up those shots. It's just too often too easy for Team Alberta.
Well, and I don't even know if it's Team Manitoba's fault. I think it's purely the level of skill and chemistry Team Alberta is showing off so far in this first quarter. They are doing incredible. They are really showcasing their talents in the early parts of this first quarter. As we have about 7 seconds left to go in this quarter. We'll see if Team Alberta can finish it off here with another goal juggled in front, and time will expire. The score is 6-1. Certainly Team Alberta will be ecstatic with that start, and Team Manitoba will have to regroup and discuss ways to overcome that first quarter and play a better second quarter here.
You know, Noah, let me just jump in there for a second. This game is far from over. There's still 3 quarters left in this game, and the reality is 5 goals, that can be caught up still. This is a high-scoring sport. This is a sport where a lot of goals can happen. So just to note that when Team Manitoba goes to their bench, their coaches have to be saying to them, listen, take a breath. Let's get back to our game. Let's get very aggressive in maintaining that control of the ball. Let's take care of the ball when we have it and get those shots on net.
Alrighty, we'll take a quick moment here to thank our sponsors. OxyFresh carpet cleaning. A great carpet cleaning service here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Call them for all your carpet cleaning needs. And here we are. We are about to start second quarter of action in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
And the ladies are starting to take the field again. Team Alberta sure has jump in their step as they're coming back out onto the field.
Well, surely, James, they're going to have some jump in their step. That was an excellent opening quarter there for them. Really putting a stamp on this game. Kind of showing Team Manitoba, we're here. We're here to play. We're here to win this game and advance to the final. I know Team Alberta is a very competitive, very talented team. So is Team Manitoba, but so far in this match, Team Alberta has the upper hand. As we have the draw about to happen here between Izzy and the midfielder Kennedy Payne.
Noah, we learned some really interesting facts about this Alberta team a little earlier today. We learned about Cameron DePava. A little bit of really interesting information. Do you want to share that with the
Well, we found
viewers?
out earlier today that Cameron is actually a midfielder. And due to unforeseen circumstances, in the last 2 weeks, they had to convert her to a goalie for this tournament because there was something that happened, and she's actually a midfielder, and she has been one of the top goalies. And as I'm talking, a goal has been scored. Another one for Team Alberta, number 7. Extending the lead to 6. But anyways, Cameron has been one of the top goalies, James. And to find out that she's only been playing goalie for 2 weeks and she's actually originally a midfielder is mind-blowing to me. And I think
Absolutely.
it's really a testament to the skill
Number 18,
of this Team Alberta team.
Absolutely. That goal was scored by number 18, Kennedy Payne.
Here's Team BC. Team Alberta, sorry. Thinking of Team BC, the second semifinal matchup. Team Ontario earned their way to play Team BC following the conclusion of this game. Good pressure here from Team Alberta inside. Infraction is called. Possession is granted.
Number 12 from Manitoba is going to be taking the ball. That's Izzy Manalastis.
You can see head coach there from Team Alberta, Leslie Hawk, giving directions from the sideline there. One cool thing there, you just saw number 4 from Team Manitoba sub right in. And it's very similar in that aspect to hockey, that there's no stoppage for line changes. It's change on the fly. It's get in, get out. It allows for dynamic play. Really cool factor of field lacrosse. Team Alberta will start outside the fan here with a chance inside here. He gets the shot. He's stopped in front, picked up there by Team Manitoba. And here we go, down coast to coast is number 5. She's coming down there. There's Peyton showing off that track speed. Looking for a teammate inside, makes a cut inside, spinorama, loses possession of the ball. Wisely brings it back out, allowing Team Manitoba to set up their offense, get the structure going. Cut inside, nice little quick nifty move, and the shot, and she scores. That is the tournament's top goal scorer, Ellie Garrick, and she is showing off why she's the top goal scorer of this tournament with a nifty move to get in front of the net, a stop and start, and a pick in that top right corner, James. Really nice goal there by Ellie.
She has been doing this all weekend where she gets that ball, and Elle is actually having a lot of success just driving to that net and putting that ball past the goaltenders. All weekend she's been doing that.
I believe that is her tournament leading 14th goal of the tournament. Draw is won there by Team Alberta. Quickly into the offensive zone. Monitoring her options, looking for something. Oh, she's got a wide open lane.
Oh,
Good
huge save.
Great save there by Shaylin. Cut back inside, pressure immediately back on, and no mistake is made there. Good goal there by number 16, Amelia Hawks. That is an incredible goal. Nice to extend the lead back to 6 for Team Alberta. James, I want to take a second here to ask Hannah a question I have been wondering. I feel as though I've been saying the wrong thing the whole time. As soon as they pass the yellow area, is that called the attacking area? Is that the offensive zone? What is that called?
Attacking end of the field. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So it is the
Attacking zone.
Attacking zone.
Attacking end.
And what we learned is there's limited amount of players that can be in the attacking zone for both the offense and the defense. And we actually learned earlier today that you can have 7 players and no goaltender. But, Hannah, is that very common?
No. We're probably going to see that if a team, again, looks to set up, break a stall and they want a faster player than their goalkeeper. You don't have to play with a goalkeeper, but very uncommon at this level.
It's recommended to keep that goaltender in the net.
I'm guessing that it would end up being very similar to pulling your goalie in hockey.
However.
Oh, there's a however here. We'll pass the mic back.
Could be, but you only ever get that advantage in your defensive end. So you couldn't have an extra player on attack the way that you would in hockey if you were to pull your goalie.
So that would really, in my mind, change the effectiveness. Oh, there it is.
Another great goal there, this time by Peyton. Again, showcasing that track and field speed.
Yes, sir.
Exploding through the fan, getting that tight release into that bottom right corner. Real nice shot there. You're gonna have to help me with that one. So Ellie.
It is. So we're just getting some clarification from Hunter Weber that the athlete's name is Elle, not Ellie.
So I said it right?
You said it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Elle like the magazine.
That's why I failed 2nd grade listening comprehension. That's a class we have here in Manitoba. For those unfamiliar, it's actually our education system's a little different here in Manitoba.
Apparently not as high quality.
We're trying our best. And Team Alberta will start with outside the fan there with an illegal check, I believe was called. I missed it. Illegal contact was called. And here she goes, and the shot, and a nice little skipper there from number 7. The midfielder, Elise Fawcett. Grandparents, Fran Fawcett. Maybe watching at home. We're very active in the chat yesterday. We'd love to hear you guys again. Elise scoring her first goal of the game, showcasing her speed there off of the illegal contact. I'm being explained here by Hannah that illegal contact, illegal check are slightly different. Illegal contact is anything to do with a push, where an illegal check is anything related to the stick. And that shows how precise these officials need to be. Doing an incredible job this weekend. Quickly inside. Nice little move. Oh, and a great save. Oh, and a hard hack there by number 8. We're going to get an illegal check there.
You know what? That was one of the examples of what we were talking with Karina about yesterday during our broadcast, where the ball was loose within the goalie's circle there, and
when another
they're allowed to pick up that ball while it's in that circle. What they cannot do is impede the goaltender from picking it up.
So, Hannah, the official there, she just pointed to her wrist. She lifted her arm up and she pointed to her wrist. What does that mean?
So in women's field lacrosse, we can restart the play one of two ways. We can restart the play with a whistle, or the players can self-start. And self-start is not permitted anywhere inside of our marking area, inside of our fan. Okay. So what the official was doing was just reminding the players who are really anxious to self-start, don't self-start. This has to be a whistle based on where the foul is being set up.
Understand. Perfect. Thank you very much, Hannah.
That shot went off the crossbar.
Good pressure inside. Play is called dead there. Believe a check was called.
You know, this is one thing, and a little bit, we'll get Hannah to talk about this one, but I don't know how a defender is actually supposed to stop a person that's going to the net, because to me, it seems like if you've got that ball in your racket, you just run at the net, and they're not allowed to touch you. Like, am I wrong in that, Hannah?
So there are two ways to play defense legally in our game. And they're related to those two fouls, right? So you can play defense. Well, let's see what happens here.
Quick inside. And another goal there, scored by number 7 from Team Alberta. That is, again, Elise Fawcett scoring another one. That is her second of the game. She's playing tremendous, stretching the lead to 7. Team Alberta dominating the possession and the shot totals, leading the shots 15-4. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
So in our game, you often hear that this isn't a contact sport. You know, to play legally, there's no pushing, there's no those types of things. But you play defense by making contact with the attacking team. Contact becomes a foul when you displace the attacker coming in. Same thing, the attack can displace the defense. Then you get like something like a charge call. Again, similar to basketball in that capacity. Or you can play defense by checking. So a stick check, there's lots of things to consider.
Go inside, hold back, up on top of the net.
And a card is going to be coming here from the trail official. The trail official just called a dangerous propel call. So there was potentially a player or players from either team between the shooter and the goal. And the shooter, who we've seen earlier take some really beautifully hard shots in this game, still opted to take that shot regardless of the fact that there were players between them and the goal. And that is a yellow card, dangerous propel.
All right, so they will be playing at a disadvantage for 2 minutes here. Alrighty, so how do the officials keep track of that? They keep track of it on their wrist, or is it officiated at the table?
So the minor officials at the table will take care of charging that. That player will serve off, and then that player or their substitute can come back on the field 2 minutes after that card or that play restarts. And that official just signaled an offside violation.
Okay, and I was going to ask, clock does stop when there is oh no, it should not be stopped.
It looks like there was a timeout called by one of the two teams.
There's the timeout. That's why the clock is stopped. Alrighty, thank you, Hannah. And we will take a quick moment here. We'll visit our sponsors.
Really glad to see her move out here. Plus the head coach.
Alrighty, 3 minutes and 47 seconds remains in this first half here, James. Team Alberta leads 10-3. Great start for Team Alberta. What is Team Alberta got to keep doing to maintain this lead, maintain this pace? Is it more of the same, or do you foresee them having to change some things up here?
Yeah, I think Manitoba did a little better job in this second quarter so far compared to the first quarter, but they're still falling further and further behind Team Alberta. If Alberta keeps the pressure up, it's going to be really hard for Manitoba to catch up in the long run. Just to note, we have a new person chatting in our live chat. Scarlett, we'll say Kov, cheering for Team Alberta.
Welcome, Scarlett. It's Team Manitoba getting some pressure here. That's number 8L. Garrick. Deflected there by Team Alberta. Good pressure. See, James, that's how you can play some defense. Some light pressure to the body is okay. It's when it becomes excessive and therefore dangerous that the officials are forced to use their whistle and call a foul on the player. It's as soon as, thank you to Hannah here, it's as soon as the movement is disrupted and the athlete is displaced, that is when the officials are forced to blow the whistle. So contact is allowed and maybe slightly encouraged. Inside, and the goal is scored there. Looked like a tap-in, maybe not. It was,
I don't know if it went in first or whether it was tapped in after.
but it
Try and
looks,
zoom in on my phone.
It doesn't matter. It's a good goal regardless. Team Manitoba still trails by 6. The score is 10-4. Our clock official has fallen asleep. There's 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining on the clock, despite what your scoreboard at home says. And it's now actually 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's see if he gets it before 2 minutes hits. And there he is. He got it on time. That's all thanks to our production team, Josh. He's working hard. Here's Team Manitoba coming up across.
Oh, that was Manitoba. Great.
It's number 12, Izzy. Good pressure, but way to evade the pressure there. She must get rid of this ball, though. She's running out of options. Wisely puts it back to her defender. Good movement by Team Manitoba to evade the high-intensity pressure from Team Alberta. They're now in the zone. Quick on the ball. You know, James, it looks like Team Alberta is playing a similar defensive style that we've seen from Team BC all weekend. Kind of in your face, no chance to think type of defense. And it really forces the offensive players to be quick on their feet, not hold the ball too long. It's hard to deal with.
Absolutely, and that's literally what I was talking about earlier when I said that they need to really build that wall, and what they need to do is just aggressively attack the person with the ball, not allowing them to have that free run onto the inside. Typically in sports, when you're pressuring the person with the ball, you're able
see a nice
to
run there, and what a goal!
Great goal!
Wow, phenomenal goal there. I believe that's from number 6.
That was number 5, Peyton Svetkovic.
That is Peyton. That is her 4th goal, I believe, of this match. 3rd goal of this match. And that cuts the deficit to 5. So, look, James, the first quarter was poor for Team Manitoba. They were down 6-1. And in that time, they have, as I'm saying it out loud, they have not improved. It's the same score in the second quarter. I apologize.
They've tied here in the second quarter.
Which is better than the first.
Significantly. 5 goals better. And you know, there's one thing I always say about the people from Team Alberta. They're from Alberta.
They're from Alberta, that is true. Inside, alrighty, they had one last chance, it looks like. Team Manitoba will be granted possession, and with 16 seconds remaining, maybe we'll have one last push in them. Try to win this quarter.
Oh, but they've lost control behind the net. Team Alberta now. Oh, it's going to be Team Manitoba ball
Possession
still.
remains with Team Manitoba. 10 seconds left here. No funny business, and we'll probably return to a 10-5 lead here at the half, but we do have 2 seconds, and it will remain 10-5 as the halftime buzzer sounds. Good start there from Alberta. Started the first quarter up 6-1. Good answer there by Team Manitoba, tying the second quarter 4-4. Certainly putting on a show for the viewers at home, and for all the viewers here in person. We got ourselves a packed house. We got a bunch of people. And we will take a quick moment here.
Just before we do, Noah, I just want a point of reference. Fran Fawcett has reached back out and said, it's Fran Fawcett. She's cheering for that team. But she's been watching the entire weekend of games. And so we're happy to have Fran back on the broadcast today.
Alrighty, and we'll take a quick break here at halftime. And we are back here for second half action. Team Alberta leads 10-5 in the third period. Draw is won, picked up there by Team Manitoba, who is now attacking on the right side. Lost there by Team Manitoba. Quickly transition from Team Alberta.
Good job, girl.
And a goal is scored there from Team Alberta, taking it coast to coast.
Quick goal there from Alberta. Good response after that halftime. They came out that halftime looking to fire, come out early. Well done.
The lead is now 11-5. Team Manitoba's really going to need to put a pin in it here and really slow down the momentum. They want to make this game competitive. They want to keep it close. They're going to have to slow down Alberta's high-powered offense.
Rebecca Reynolds.
Goal is scored by Rebecca Reynolds.
Elise Fawcett.
Assisted by Elise Fawcett. Here's Elise once again. Quickly, with the afterburners on, blows by a defender. It's in, and the opportunity shoots, and she scores! Between the legs. Incredible goal by Elise Fawcett. Look at that phenomenal speed and that great release. What a goal by Elise.
Unbelievable job there. Nothing the goaltender Shaylin Bremner could have done there.
Alberta goal scored by number 7, Elise Fawcett.
And once again, Elise Fawcett with a goal there.
That's a magical start there for Team Alberta, starting it off with 2 quick ones, thanks in part to Elise Fawcett and that incredible speed, really moving those legs.
Well, it seemed like Manitoba had some real momentum going into halftime there at the end of the second
Good
quarter.
save there.
However, Alberta quick to shut that down with a quick 2 goals.
Oh, nifty move. Oh, and it's stolen. Oh no.
That'll be an easy goal.
Oh no. That's a tough one there for Shaylin Bremner. She elected to leave her crease, where we have learned that as soon as she leaves that crease, James, she's unprotected. She is just like every other player, and that's the risk you take. Is the moment you leave that crease, yes, you get some better passing lanes, but you risk turning it over and leaving the net open. And there, number 26, Brooklyn Carson, took full advantage of that. And now we have a couple questions here in the chat. We'd love to make use of Hannah and have her answer these here. We have a guy from 3, his comment name is 350 Stonewall, and he does ask, I do recall that the goal scorer had to drop their stick back in the 2002 World Championships. Has that rule changed or not being used at all in this tournament?
So that's a great question. That rule changed following the 2021 World Cup. So now in international play, which is the rules that we're using here for the Jenny Kyle.
Nice pass.
Let's see this. Oh, nice save. As of now, in our rulebook, we no longer have to drop our stick to get it checked by the official after every single goal. I believe they're still doing that in the NCAA and in U.S. lacrosse. But internationally, now we only check sticks before the game or when a stick check is requested.
Interesting enough. So it is used as a matter to say, you scored a goal, that was too nice, let me check if that stick is illegal.
It was offense.
Alrighty. And we want to also shout out Marilyn and Paul Singleton cheering for Team Alberta.
And there's another goal. Alberta coming out hard here in the third quarter.
The visitors visiting them from Ontario and Australia are very impressed by Team Alberta's skill and effort. Their papa is very proud of them, as always. So we really want to give credit. That's one of the great things here about the live broadcast is people that would not be able to make the trip out here are able to watch their young, talented athletes play. And that's kind of our mission here at Red River Stream, is bringing the game to you. Now, Alberta has ballooned this lead up to 9. Quick 4 goals from Team Alberta in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. Team Manitoba's got to settle it down here. They'll start taking their chances. We have some surveying here. Hayton trying to find an entry point, looking for some cutters. Good discussion.
That's a pick.
An illegal pick was set there. That is what, in fact, happened. It looked like Team Manitoba's athlete there was late to set the pick. Picks are legal in field lacrosse, but they need to be on time, and their feet need to be set in a way to not have an illegal pick, as a great entry pass is fed to number 10 from Team Alberta. Not number 10. There's no number 10. There is a number 10, Rebecca Reynolds, the attacker. And you know, James, this has been a dream start to the second half for Team Alberta.
They could not have asked for a better start. In the first 6 minutes of this half, they've scored 5 goals. I mean, that's exactly what they're hoping for. This puts them in a position where they're heading home into the fourth quarter. They're going to have a significant lead.
Certainly. Well, you know, it's not over. There's still 9 minutes left here. Maybe Manitoba could push back, cut into this lead, but it really is going to have to start on the defensive end, not allowing Alberta to get in transition in the open field where they're able to use their speed so effectively to provide high danger chances. And the draw is won by Team Manitoba. Oh, and the officials blowing it dead.
That should have been a self-start, but she went through it and she had to stay on the bench.
It should have been a self-start, which is an interesting part of women's field lacrosse, is there's self-start and official start. Athletes are allowed to self-start in certain occasions, but they must take a pause, set themselves in a position before they can take off. And in that moment there, the Team Manitoba athlete did not pause, granting her an unfair advantage, and that's why our officials are there to generate the whistle and allow for fair play between both of these great teams. And she loses her footing, and there is number 42 from Team Manitoba taking full advantage of that on a breakaway. She shoots and she scores. Wow, a fortunate play there for Team Manitoba. Number 42, Hillary Grahan, as she sees the opportunity to pick up the ball and go on the breakaway there.
Yeah, that's one of those things that we were talking about a little earlier today. I wonder whether that was a little bit of the wet field from us having the rain that we had this morning. So it looked like she just lost her footing and went down and lost control of the ball, setting up that breakaway opportunity.
It's unfortunate there for Team Alberta, but it might just be the break Team Manitoba needs. They get the first goal here, their first goal of the third quarter, hopefully build some momentum for them to try and cut this lead. That is now 9. Shots heavily favoring Alberta. Possession heavily favoring Alberta. If we're going to see a different result than Team Alberta, Manitoba's going to have to change that. Here they go, inside the fan. Ball is fumbled. Official. Blowing the play dead, but the possession is granted to Alberta. Outside the fan, advantage play. Good
Great
save. Oh, and a great save there by the goalie Shaylin Brebner. Outside the fan. Inside, nice reverse. Another nice reserve. Oh my goodness gracious me. What a goal. That was incredible by number 18, Kennedy Payne. Kennedy Payne bringing Max Payne to Team Manitoba with that phenomenal move inside the fan. Going right, left, right, and finishing on the left side. What a fantastic goal by Kennedy Payne.
Well, I'll say this. Team Alberta is absolutely being supported from back home. We now have Julie St. Germain reaching out in the chat.
Team Alberta up top. Good pressure. Oh, a little bit of a sloppy pass there. Team Manitoba number 19, Sarah Turner, the midfielder, almost came away with the steal, but she's granted possession regardless. And see, James, look at that pressure immediate from Team Alberta. They're just not giving Team Manitoba a chance to breathe, and it's making it hard for these athletes to really break out into their offense.
You got that absolutely right, Noah. That stifling pressure makes it so difficult.
Scooped up. inside there. Into the attacking zone. Good movement around. Looking for options as Team Alberta sets up their offense.
Good job by Team Manitoba, really defending that box and not letting her inside the fan.
Oh, and a great give and go, and shoots. Oh, and just wide. Good shot there. So they scoop it up.
It appears to me that all the Team Manitoba fans are here in person because we're not getting a lot of outreach from people cheering for Team Manitoba on our live stream chat.
Well, you know, James, there's one thing that's better than watching a Red River Streams broadcast, and that is watching the game live. Nothing beats it. So anybody who's watching from Manitoba in our broadcast, I implore you to come here live, because watching it live, there's nothing like it. Red River Streams broadcast is a close second as Team Alberta scores another goal off of the infraction outside of the fan, bringing the lead to 17-6.
Yeah, they've extended this lead from a 5-goal lead at the end of the second quarter to an 11-goal lead. That's a 6-goal advantage during here in this second quarter, or third quarter.
It comes down to their fast start there, James. They came out of that third quarter, and it had nothing to do with Team Manitoba. You saw Elise Fawcett use her wheels, use her speed to run down the field, score 2 quick ones on her own, essentially, and assist another. It's tough to defend that talented Elise. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing the name again. Advantage granted to Team Manitoba. There was a case of an official start there. Girls had to wait for the whistle to be blown by the official for the illegal draw foul. Rotations around here. Looking for cutters. What does Team Manitoba got to do different here, James? What do they got to do to generate some offense? Because once they've gotten shots on net, they have scored. It's just they've had struggled to get shots on net so far in this quarter.
So it's really, to me, again, this penetration, this is going to lead to good things. There it is.
It is. It's Team Manitoba needs to get inside there. Another goal by Peyton. They get inside, they score. They have 8 shots on goal and they have 7 goals. So it's kind of a testimony to their offensive style. Once they break in, they're going to score. But Alberta is doing such an incredible job limiting their opportunities to break into the fan, and that is just really limiting their opportunities here.
What seems to be happening is Manitoba ends up getting, because they're having so much struggles getting inside the fan, what they're having to do is try and pass the ball around a little more. And that's really, they're not able to complete some of those passes, and they're having turnovers based on that. So if they could find a way to get more aggressive and get in towards the goal, that's going to really help them in trying to catch up in this game. The shots are very one-sided at this point. It's 26-8 in shots.
Here comes Team Alberta
and
once again.
Big part of that is here in the third quarter.
And she foregoes the break towards the net, instead finds a teammate cutting across, who then has an opportunity, takes the shot, and that's a good goal from number 11, Team Alberta, as she cut to the net. She did a phenomenal job there, Peyton Riz. And it's just been a story of 2 offensive styles. Team Alberta has been able to generate.
Alberta goal, scored by number 11, Peyton Riz, assisted by number 10, Rebecca Reynolds.
Alberta's been able to generate chances kind of at will here, James, while Team Manitoba has sort of struggled to get the shots on net in these first 3 quarters. Officials have blown it dead. Good move around. Oh, good use. And right into the goalie's head there, using that big head to catch the ball. And again, there's the immediate pressure. Wow. This is a shift we've seen from Alberta here, James. This type of defensive pressure we didn't see as much from Team Alberta in the previous games is really showing up in today's matchup.
Alberta seems like every game they've gotten stronger. They've worked throughout this tournament, and they look to be peaking right as they're heading towards the finals.
Well, they certainly will have a chance here in the final. They bring 11 goal lead into the fourth quarter. Will Manitoba be able to come back, or will Alberta hold them off for a spot in the Jenny Kyle Cup final?
And we're getting ready to come back out of the break here. It is now 18-7 for Team Alberta. We're heading into this fourth quarter. Manitoba is on its last legs, but this is not the only game they're going to play. Tomorrow, there's still a third place game if they do not win this game. So they need to try and find some way to build some momentum so that when they go into that game, they can go in and face either Team British Columbia or Team Ontario and see if they can really drive forward and claim that bronze medal. Not that we're saying this game is over, because it's not. There's still 15 minutes. And as we saw from Team Alberta in that last period, that we really could have a lot of goals scored very, very quickly. Alberta scored 5 or 6 goals in the first 5 minutes of that quarter. And the teams are taking the field. Tons of energy coming from the Alberta bench. And the faithful here, the parents and friends and family members that came to support Team Alberta, they came out in full force here. We've got number 12 coming from Team Manitoba for the face-off. Izzy Manalastis. And the official getting everybody set up. Backs away. Nice clean draw. Alberta picks it up quickly. Drives across the line. Decides to pull up as she didn't feel like she had a clear lane to the net. Just bobbles the ball a little bit, but no harm. She's able to scoop it up real quickly. Instantly, Manitoba closed in. Oh, and the move at the top of the fan. Shot, scores! There it is. Alberta extends their lead to 12 with 14 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock. That producer of ours, he's really dropping the ball on the timekeeping.
Drop your ball when you don't find it out of bounds, James.
You're not on your mic there.
I get to save one for later. Means I haven't used my one golf joke at the broadcast yet. I get to maintain that one.
We'd like to welcome Noah back to the broadcast. He took a few seconds away to have a little drink of water.
That's what we call a technical break. So a few bites of a wonderful Rice Krispie bar. I'm surprised that Rice Krispie bar is maybe only like 2.5, 3 inches long, and it has 90 calories in it. So it's my third or fourth one of the day. So there goes 400 calories on not very filling, pretty much made of chemicals bar. So let's make sure I get my diet fixed up for the rest of the day so I have energy for tomorrow's gold medal and our first place and third place matchup. I'm sure I will, because those matchups will be exhilarating and exciting, won't they be, James?
Yeah, it will indeed. But I mean, if anybody from Kellogg's is listening, we did not mean that as a shot at your Rice Krispie Squares. We would very much appreciate it if you want to sponsor us with some snacks. That'd be incredible.
8% of your daily sugar intake isn't good either. Kellogg's? Too bad. Anyways, we will continue here with Team Manitoba and Team Alberta. The sun is starting to shine here in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's finally, we're going to get some normal weather, not plus 35, not windy and not rainy. This is incredible. Hopefully this holds up for the remaining of the day for our final semifinal matchup of the 2024 Jenny Kyle Cup tournament. And inside there is Team Manitoba scooping it up, circling around their net, and it's staple of this game here, James. Team Alberta has been on ball pressure constantly. I can't say it enough. It's definitely been a good game plan by Coach Leslie Hawks, and it's been an incredible way to come out into this game and really showcase their talents, because they put that pressure on, and then they allow their talented attackers to get out into open space, utilize their speed, and then their elite finishing ability at the net once they break through all the Manitoba defenders there. And here you go. You got Elise once again with the speed, finds the pass, and oh my goodness. Elise, please run by me. Speed. She is fast. Wow, that is incredible. By Elise Fawcett, just displaying that speed. That is a goal entirely on her job, entirely by her. We're working on the ad-libs here, so that may not have been my best one, but we will keep trying today, tomorrow, and every single day of Red River Stream's broadcast.
One of the things, this is something that we saw a lot in some of Alberta's earlier games. They would start the game out driving to that net, and then the goalie really starts to compensate, and the defenders really start to compensate to that person that is driving, and they leave the person open just on the side of the net, just giving them a gimme. We saw that with British Columbia a little bit yesterday as well.
The thing about gimme is, James, you take too many without me giving them to you on the green at the golf course, and that's why your score is close to mine. But that's okay. You know what they say: if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And as time has gone by, your game has worsened. So you gotta get every stroke you can on the golf course. So I don't blame you. But here we are. We're back focused on the Team Manitoba and Team Saskatchewan.
Oh, errant pass goes out the back. That's going to be Team Alberta ball, as it was not a shot. It was a pass that went out the back. Oh, referee not liking that one. Wants the Alberta player to go back to the dot.
Nobody. She doesn't need to be covered.
Oh, that was a close one there. And again, here's this open field speed from Team Alberta. Quickly into the offensive zone. That's number 10, Morgan Durant, who gets it off to Elise. Nice little give and go. Morgan to the front of the net. She shoots. Oh, stopped. The official, the third official, I believe, trail official, it's called the foul. Morgan will start. The top of the fan. See what she does with this opportunity. Gets to the front. Shoots.
Just dribbles wide.
Just trickles wide. Oh, and tries to save it. The ball, therefore, is granted to Team Manitoba.
One thing to note, the official scoreboard has the score as 20-7, while I have 20-18. 20-8, sorry. 20-7 is the correct score.
We'll get our producers to check the Jenny Kyle website, which will have the official score. We're sure that it's most likely 20-7.
Atta girl, Amelia.
Well, this is the first time that he's done a tank work in the course.
And here we're going to get a yellow card for a swipe. And, you know, if we can ask Hannah here. We'd like to know, what is a swipe? If you could describe what a swipe is, please.
So to our conversation earlier about what makes legal defense, stick checking is legal. It must be controlled and it must not be reckless.
All right.
And a swipe is a reckless or an uncontrolled attempt at checking a stick. It doesn't need to make contact with the ball carrier stick to be illegal. If that, you know, those stick checks that make you go, oof, those are what we're looking at for swipes. Reckless and uncontrolled.
I understand. So you don't even need to make contact. It's really just the intent of the play and the movement that the officials have to deem reckless. And here we go with.
And as we learned yesterday, during a penalty like this where the Alberta player is now sitting off, even if Manitoba were to score here, that penalty does not end. They need to finish the full 2 minutes that she's off the field.
Team Alberta. Oh, and there's some good on-ball pressure there. Official. Somebody was offside. Too many Manitoba players were in the defensive zone there. A little miscommunication from Team Alberta. Team Manitoba. It happens periodically as the midfielders are changing who goes into the defensive area. I understand, yes. Ball's granted to Team Alberta. One of the cool things about lacrosse is you're able to just scoop up a ball and go. Here, that was a self-starting moment there. Official doesn't have to start the play. Player just has to take a moment of rest in his position and then continue on. Look at that speed. Look at that cut. Oh my goodness gracious me. She shoots and just wide to the right. Wow, if she didn't have that little juggle in front of the net, I don't know if there was contact with her stick from one of the Team Manitoba plays, but that was a heck of a run there. That was by I believe number 7 from Team Alberta. Can't be number 7. There's no number 7, but that was a good play there. Oh, and oh my goodness. Wow. What a play there by Belle Hackett, evading the stick checks from the Team Manitoba players, weaving in and out of the play, and finding that bottom right corner to extend the lead to 14, 21-7.
Alberta goal scored by number 18, Kennedy Payne.
She would have played in Quebec last year.
You said the wrong. I didn't say the wrong
We're
one.
down there to watch.
I did say the wrong one. Dang it. It's Belle Hackett as Team Manitoba. It was in fact Kennedy Payne bringing more pain to Team Manitoba. My apologies for the listeners back home. If you're a Payne fan, she scored that phenomenal goal there.
On our live stream chat, I'm seeing that Scarlett was commenting and saying, wow, that's my teammate out there. And I was kind of wondering, who is her teammate? But it turns out Brooklyn Carson is her teammate. And then on top of that, we see that Julie St. Germain is watching from Milton, Ontario, and is a huge fan of number 11. And who is number 11, you may ask? Peyton Riz.
Peyton and Brooklyn have had great games today, really contributing to Team Manitoba or Team Alberta's large lead here, as we have 4 and some change remaining here. Generous change. A little bit of a kerfuffle here in the front. Girls are fighting for the ball. Scooped up there. No, the official has blown the play dead. Not like that mess up front. Body ball. The girls must remember, this is women's field lacrosse, not soccer. You are not allowed to kick the ball. Even though we are playing at the Ralph Cantafio Soccer Complex. You know, Ralph Cantafio was the bringer of modern soccer here in Manitoba. Was able to bring the great game of modern soccer. I don't know what the difference between modern and unmodern soccer. I figured soccer has been pretty same the entire time. But regardless, he has brought the great game here, and we have this incredible field that is now being used for lacrosse. Good pass inside. Oh, and turns on the speed. Official has thrown up the yellow flag. And since she took the shot, the flag is nullified.
And now Team Manitoba has the ball behind the net. Looking for that crosser. Can't complete that pass. Team Alberta starts to exit the zone and get away here.
And here they go across into the attacking zone. Nice little shifty move. And it is an illegal play of some sort has been granted. It's all good. I missed it too. I just saw her pointing her arm in the direction of Team Alberta so that they are granted a possession outside the fan with 2:44. Let's see if they can add to the lead. Inside. Oh, and a great save there from Shaylin Bremner. Goalie for Team Manitoba, who, despite 21 goals, has been incredible today. Super excellent, doing great save after great save, stopping high danger chances. She has faced 35 shots, so allowing only 21 goals in comparison to the Team Alberta goalie, which this is not a knock on the Team Alberta goalie at all, but the 7 goals to 8 shots, it just to show you how one-sided the shots have been. It's been quite the effort from Shailene Bremner today.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is, as you are watching this game, you start to see that Alberta has been very dominant in possession, in opportunities, and there's not a lot that can be done. The Manitoba sideline really just has to search for some way that they can have a bigger impact.
And unfortunately, it might be too little too late here, James. The lead is 21-7, and there is only a minute and 44 seconds remaining in this field lacrosse women's national game. Looks as though Alberta will secure their spot in the final here, the Jenny Kyle Cup. A nice move there from Elle. Good pass, and it was just slightly behind the trailing attacker.
That's the goaltender out there.
Very active goaltender. She's actually a midfielder, which we discussed earlier.
Ah, yes.
So it translates. She's very comfortable with the ball on her stick. So that is one of the advantages.
Look at this run here.
Oh, and splits, almost Euro stepped, looking like Giannis Antetokounmpo out there.
Didn't mispronounce that one.
No, I'm familiar with NBA players. It's a tough one to pronounce too.
Absolutely.
An illegal check has been called. Team Alberta will start with the ball outside the fan. There's 59 seconds remaining in the game. Our official timekeeper, again, falling asleep. Not due to lack of action here. 28 total goals scored in this game. This game has been fun. It's been action-packed. But rather a lack of team members here. We're a small crew trying to provide a great broadcast to you guys. We keep mentioning our producers. It's producer. We keep mentioning team members. It's team member. So, we're very excited to be here at this incredible event. Let's see. Will the game remain deadlocked at 21-7?
Yeah, they had to get the clock in line. I actually had the correct...
You had the correct time, and they...
And then I tried adjusting.
I understand. There was a slight error there by the table officials. Team Manitoba will get the ball here with 16 seconds remaining.
Okay, 30's got time to charm. She's gonna get it.
And the clock starts here. Be wary of turning it over. Looking for maybe one last push here as she makes a run. That's Elle. Nice scoop there. Nice pickup.
Running out of time.
And looking like there was maybe an opportunity there to add another goal to Team Manitoba, but time has expired. Team Alberta will be victorious in this bout. The game finishes 21-7. Team Alberta against Team Manitoba. A very, very well played match from both teams.
I agree with Josie in our live chat where she wrote great effort from both sides.
No, certainly we can all attest to that. It's impressive to watch these girls play out here today. We want to shout out Shaylin Bremner, the goalie from Team Manitoba, having 36 shots on goal, stopping 15 of them. Quite impressive performance from her today. We also want to shout out Elise Fawcett. Elise was all over the field today, utilizing her speed. I was very impressed with her play today. She's going to need to play a big, big part in the final in a potential matchup with Team Ontario or Team BC. Alrighty, guys, we thank you for joining us in this first semifinal matchup. Please join us again at 4 o'clock for the second semifinal matchup, an exciting bout between the undefeated Team BC and the play-in qualifying Team Ontario. And we'll take a quick moment here to acknowledge our sponsors. They say that he's terrible. Oh.
Olympics, we were talking about.
Olympics. They do say he's terrible at the start, and that